In this video, we're going to work through the script called Text Basics. I still have the data file open from the previous video. If you do not have it open, make sure that you load the cleaned data file that comes out of the load and clean function. Now, a lot of the things I'm going to show in this video are how to accomplish text cleaning tasks using base R. There are many wonderful authors who have written some wonderful packages to accomplish some of these cleaning functions, but sometimes you want to exercise greater control and not rely on an existing function. So most of what you're going to see here uses base R rather than specific text mining packages. The first thing we're going to do is make a copy of our images combined into a new field called all text clean. And then all of the rest of this script is going to operate only on all text clean, meaning that you could always go back to the raw version if you wanted to. The first thing we're going to do here is use a function from the QDAP package to detect the sentence boundaries and to count the number of sentences. This is because we'll later be removing this punctuation, and so we need to do anything that relies on the punctuation being present at the very beginning. Let's take a look at a histogram of our sentence counts, and that's about what we would expect. These next few lines are going to remove some system-generated characters. Every IT system will sometimes introduce odd characters into your text encoding, and so these are worth cleaning out. We're using the global sub function, which is part of base R, to search for the first thing in the sequence and replace it with the second. Here's an optional set of steps where we're replacing specific symbols with their meaning. So we're replacing the ampersand sign with the word and we're replacing the percent sign with the word percent. And this is because our authors tended to use a lot of symbols in their writing, and it may or may not be appropriate for all use cases. Here we want to remove dashes that appear between words. Later, we're actually going to be keeping hyphens that are inside of hyphenated words, but we want to remove any dashes that are surrounded by spaces on both sides and replace that with a single space. This next line is going to remove all punctuation marks except the apostrophes and the intra-word dashes. Note that the ampersands, the dollar signs, and the percent signs have already been converted to the corresponding word. This regular expression right here is basically saying what not to match, and so what not to substitute. So if it is an alphanumeric character, or if it is an apostrophe, or if it is a hyphen, it will not be matched. Everything else is going to be substituted with a space. I left this command in, but I commented it out. There's a very common function called remove punctuation, which a lot of people like to use. I prefer not to because it also removes apostrophes in words like can't or I'll, and it'll turn I'll into ill. So this is an example of kind of writing your own sequence of cleaning versus using a standard function. All right, a little bit more cleaning. We're going to remove double white spaces, and we're going to convert all text to uppercase. And then if anything ends with a white space, we're going to remove that final white space at the end. So let's pause here and take a look at what we've accomplished. Let's go back to our original images combined, and we'll take a look at record number 1. And then we'll compare that to all text clean number 1. And here's what that series of steps has accomplished. So we've taken this block of text, we've removed any double spaces, removed some of the punctuation we didn't want, like these parentheses, here's a double space. We've kept intra-word hyphens. You can see the t-shirt is still here with the hyphen, and galaxies is still here with the apostrophe. We've converted everything to uppercase, and now we're ready to start counting. So let me break this video here, and then we'll continue with the remainder of the text basics file.